Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name is David, and this is a book review. Hey, today we're going to look at the memory arts from Sarah and David Trustman. All right, so what is this book all about? This is a book about improving your memory. Specifically, I think a lot of the book is devoted to memorizing a deck of cards. Finally, you can memorize a deck of cards, even if you were always afraid to try. This book is released from Vanishing Incorporated, and their new book shows you how you can memorize any deck in less than an hour with no prior memorization necessary. This is an over 300-page full-color book, hardback book. Every page has pictures, and it's going to detail Sarah and David Trustman's very simple, very secret formula that will allow you to remember things better, and not just magic, okay? Don't think this is just a magic book. This is a memory system, and it's based on all the great pillars of mnemonics. And if you had thought that you had a bad memory before, I think Sarah and David are going to prove you wrong. They brought the house down at Magic Fest 2018 when they showed the audience how to easily remember half of a memorized deck. They did the Tamari stack in 15 minutes. Now, if you don't know who David and Sarah are, they discovered the memory arts while studying stage magic. This married duo regularly performs feats of memory involving the first 500 digits of pi, 3 shuffled and memorized decks of cards, and long lists of randomly called out objects. David is also a berry farmer, and he writes and illustrates comic books, particularly The Rise and Karma Springs. David has also been featured in art galleries for his watercolor comic art. Sarah spends her free time as an advocate for children's education. All right, so what's in the book? You get the book, what are you going to learn? Obviously, you're going to learn how to memorize stuff. You're going to learn how to memorize lists specifically through the image, okay? I think sometimes you probably agree with me that memorizing a word, you know, like D-O-G, dog, right, doesn't come as naturally as memorizing a picture. If I showed you a picture of a dog, you'd be like, yeah, dog, and you'd probably remember that picture all day long. But memorizing the actual word, D-O-G, is a little bit harder, like memorizing numbers, right? So that's kind of Sarah and David's whole philosophy. It's getting you to memorize pictures, to see pictures in your mind instead of words. And to be honest, I started to read this book right before I went on vacation. So I was going to go to Florida, and I read like the first 20 pages or something like that. And in that, there was a list of 15 pictures, okay, from 1 to 15. And no kidding, I only looked at the pictures one time. Went to sleep, woke up the next day, and I could still remember the list of 15 pictures. In fact, the whole week I was gone in Florida, I said the list of 15 pictures in my head every single day, and I hadn't even gotten to image 16 or 17. I had no idea why I was memorizing these images yet, because I hadn't got to that part of the book, but I was still able to do it. I was still able to memorize the first 15 pictures just in a couple of minutes right before I went to sleep. So this, at least for me, this system works. You're also going to learn how to memorize like shopping lists, obviously, or phone numbers, and you'll learn to build your own memory palace, a place in your mind that you can see where you'll go to and locate these objects. And of course, most notably, you're going to learn how to memorize 2 decks of cards. The bulk of this book is spent on memorizing the Aronson stack and the Tamari stack. Now, Simon Aronson has published many routines on his stack. Most notably, Bound to Please compiles 3 of his major works written on the subject and describes a multitude of routines specific to this stack. Juan Tamari developed Mnemonica, and it's considered probably the greatest stack of all, because Juan is the living legend of classic close-up magic. Juan wrote this 364-page book with over a dozen effects, and because other magicians have used his stack for years as well, they too have developed their own ideas and their own effects with this stack. And so reading through this book, you're going to learn how to memorize both of these stacks. Positives. All right, so what are the positives to the memory arts? Sarah and David Trustman have been blowing away audiences for years with their memory work, and now you can tap into their knowledge and experience. Start memorizing entire decks of cards today. Like I said, this book is over 300 pages, hardbound, full color pictures on every single page. If memorizing things or having a bad memory has kind of always been your deal and you kind of want to improve that, I would highly look into The Memory Arts from Sarah and David Trustman. All right, so that's pretty much everything I can say about this book. I want to thank Murphy's Magic for allowing me to have it so I could do the review for you. And if you would like to purchase it for yourself, you can find it wherever quality Murphy's Magic products are sold. Thanks. Bye.